Sanibonani. Ngisanivusela nje sisengabali. Niyava ntilungisa ngoba ndawuvela ku TV live. Awukhana Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Meshak Masego. I'd like to greet everyone who's here with us and everyone who's watching us live on our social media platforms, as we are here today to witness the birth of yet another big baby. Siyajabula ke sing MTN Eswatini kutsi ingapane yaka MTN yatala umntwana yambita ngaMoMo ligama lakhe, yona yabe ishade na PLE ngaleso sikhathi na MoMo abe atalwa. Siyajabula ke namhla kutsi sitawubona noma sitawitnessa kutsi lo mntwana azotala umntukulu, which is very nice to see. So we're here today, ladies and gentlemen, to witness this occasion where we are witnessing the birth of yet another or a continuation of the partnership that this business has with the PLE or football in the country. So MTN MoMo is giving birth to a new baby today. I am not going to delve much on the details of the new baby. We will witness it right now here. I hope everyone settles in well. I'd like for us to start as soon as we are sure that we have all settled down well. Thank you. I'd like to welcome, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, our MTN CEO here with us, Mr. Mjali. Also welcoming our MTN FinTech CEO, who is up here with the panel. The PLE or IFA offices, I'm not sure if the president is here now. PLE chairman and his executive, PLE staff, media, everyone here with us. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Also not forgetting our MTN Exco and staff that is here with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are quickly starting here in this program. It's not going to be a very long program, but it's going to be very exciting. The birth of a new baby by MTN MoMo. I'd like to go into or speak about most of this once it's been properly announced. For now, I'm not going to really delve much on the details. Mine is just to welcome all of you who are here this morning. So before we get into any further or finer details, ladies and gentlemen, at this point I would welcome our FinTech CEO, Babe Shongwe, to come and to address us where he's sitting and give us a little bit of detail on why we are here. And then I will then be able, Nanami, to continue talking about the rest of the goodies that we're going to see today. And as the season starts, we will be starting with this a very exciting baby. So, Mr. Shongwe, let me hand it over to you so that you can just take us through the detail of why we are here, and then we can take it from there. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Babe Shongwe basi chubeka uhlale lapha siyabonga.
Ngifuna ukukhuluma ngihleli phansi ukuthi abangathi angihloniphi. Representatives of the Ministry of Sports and Culture and Youth, the Chairman of the PLE, Mr. Carmichael, CEO of PLE, Mr. Makanya, MTN CEO, MTN Executive and MTN FinTech Executives, staff and management, the media present here, ladies and gentlemen, Sanbonan. Mine is very brief. First of all, I just want to say how excited we are that finally we are here at the launch. Those who have been working on this project will remember how long it's actually taken and a lot of work that has been put behind it. I must firstly thank the teams that actually worked on this. If you also look at the logos and so forth, it's a beginning of something that's very exciting for our country. But ukuze ukuthi ngingaphumi kakhulu angifunze labathethe ngikusho ngibangaze ngijabule kakhulu. We have recently transitioned becoming an independent organization, standing proudly next to our parent company, MTN, as MTN FinTech. This step change is an organic result of the exponential growth of mobile money in Eswatini and the rest of Africa. Strategically, it made sense for FinTech to now stand alone in the pursuit of financial inclusion for the marginalized or the unbanked in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, we can all concur that MoMo has changed the financial landscape of the country, enabling and simplifying transactions for the average Liswati. MTN FinTech as a brand new company seeks to further expand the current reach across the kingdom through the implementation of digital financial solutions to Emaswati. We are extremely proud of the strides we have been able to make as an organization, with MTN FinTech increasingly becoming the currency of choice in different facets of life, including the beautiful game of football and the fans. Ladies and gentlemen, we will not cease speaking of the convenience associated with FinTech. The converging of various payment options onto this one platform is not only convenient but also cost-effective, eliminating travel costs which were inherently attached to making payments. We will all recall that not so long ago, to make payment to drive or board a bus or a combi to facilitate that transaction. Considering the current economic outlook, it's most pleasing to realize the savings on both time and money through the MTN FinTech for our customers. Coming to why we are here today, we are here to further extend that convenience, specifically the football fraternity in the country. MTN enjoys a long and fruitful partnership with PLE, and we are pleased to share that MTN FinTech is further partnering with the Premier League of Eswatini, bringing new MTN FinTech products to the football supporters in our land. We realize as the FinTech brand the amazing opportunity to leverage in the football space and the need to come closer to the beautiful game as we continue to grow and digitize payments. Ladies and gentlemen, our ambition is to share the convenience of FinTech with teams, fans, and informal traders within the stadiums. Going forward, fans will purchase tickets via the MoMo platform, such as the already known MoMo Marketplace, access via WhatsApp, at the convenience of their own homes. Teams' administrations, the administrators of the various teams have an opportunity to pay bills, staff salaries through MoMo, and we'll be developing a platform where they will receive subscriptions from fans through MoMo services. Additionally, fans will purchase food and other goods during the MoMo using MoMo during the stadiums and the games. I believe the PLE will try to take advantage of this for some of their merchandise sales as well. We will all agree that carrying cash in stadiums is probably not the best decision for anyone. Through fintech, your funds will remain protected from possible losses. Ladies and gentlemen, our commitment in partnering with football in the kingdom goes beyond provision of solutions. And today we are pleased to share that MTN Fintech has entered into a 3-year partnership with PLE. It gives us great pleasure to unveil the MTN MoMo Cup in partnership with PLE, who shall govern the playing structure on the tournament. This year, MTN Fintech is investing a total of 2 million emalangeni towards the MoMo Cup partnership, which we hope will go beyond the 3 years. We shall announce each year's package in the relevant year based on our discussions with our partners, the PLE. In closing, with this partnership, our position is that MTN Fintech is for the people of Eswatini, and we will not tire in our quest of identifying additional partnership opportunities for the benefit of Amaswati. Sithi sibaga MTN Fintech, Isukile MoMo Cup. I thank you all.
Siyabonga babeshongwe. Cishe nami sengakhululeka ke manje. Njengoba seyisukile nje. Seyivele isukile iMoMo Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, nanami I am really pleased with what we are seeing today. Kubona MTN through MTN Fintech extending the partnership with football in the country. I think anyone who had doubts for the past 22 years in MTN partnering with football, namhla kufuna phendvuke. Lobe asengaphendvuke ukuthi nembala MTN is the biggest friend of football in the country. We know ukuthi football is the #1 sport or followed sport in the world, not just here, but in the world. So MTN is really pleased to be partnering with football in its entirety in the country. So MTN Fintech, babeshongwe, so sitshelile ukuthi it's a 3-year partnership. It just builds on top of what MTN is already investing in the beautiful game. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, ngicela Babe Makhanya, Kenneth CEO waka PLE, to give us his address so that we can hear how we got to clinch this this deal with MTN Fintech. Thank you. Babe Makhanya, over to you.
Bakhulu Babe MC. Cela kuvusela indlu si bheke nje sekutawufika bakahulumende neba Football Association masinyane. Cela kubonga ka MTN. Sibonge Babe Shongwe. Babe Shongwe seyenze lendlela namhla sitophakela, siyabonga kakhulu. Siyabonga ku Fintech. Sibonga kakhulu kuleli bandla lakho umxolisi na Jodi. Ya cha kusetshendiwe kakhulu. Cela kubonga futhi nakubaba Mtshali. Baba Mtshali sahlala sayikhuluma indzaba kangitsiwa akuNgumay nasiyikhuluma. Athi ngiyakufuna lokhu Makhanya. Namhla ufuna ngicolise uphi Mngomane bandla lakho cela kucolisa ke. Bandla la marketing lisebenzela likhulu sihuthulana size siyisayina le contract yanamhla. Ublangozi bachazile Lando nisebenzele bosisi ngicela bashayele tandla. Ngicela kubanje kule executive yaka Fintech ne executive yaka MTN. Le ngibabonga ngibona bende ukuthi MTN ustimela akashikwati kushaya U10 njengathi sishayela bo ma GT7 handbrake yeah MTN qala yogeka but ngicela ukupota nje ukuthi ukhombisile ukuthi yakwati kusuka umasheshe usheshile Nkosi yami sibonga kakhulu kusemuka namhla lapha endlini sihamba nema clubs aka Premier League sihamba ne PR futhi sinetihlwele sitotbongela kuna sponsorship lesinsha sponsorship lesisha lesi njoba chazile babeshongwa sitaba minyaka lemithathu sivulekele onke ama clubs la khona ku Premier League na ku First Division ngala ceni kwami kunababekha Michael unelibandla lakhe le executive alale libandla siyabonga kakhulu executive umsebenzi wenu hlungabonakali namhla ke phase sibona thukuthuku ukuthi MTN usilethela inkomishi lenshasha inshasha iMoMo Cup lesibekako kutaba inokhout yeqala esidlalako ithatha tici leti hlukahlukene kuma knockouts lesibanawo futhi njoba sitayichaza nje ukuthi kulama clubs ethu la 28 ku First Division na Premier onke akusakhona kule system kuthi udlala njani kuvulekile iparticipation imahala hakuwo onke lama clubs so onke lama clubs la khona ngicanga ukuthi nje process sesiyawati ukuthi bo champion ba First Division 7 Dreams namadlenya sebangenile ku Premier League siphindze sajoyinwa yi club yaka Nsingizini ong 14 asakhona yakhona ukuthi nje avele nawo ancindisane kungena kule nzebe sitawukhuluma ngale format ngicela ukukhuluma nje nga First Division wethu sisamele kusu uphelele phose ama clubs aka First Division asakhona onke la beka Pronyotwa All Nations ikapa ne Bombo Flyers labaphuma ka Super League manzini bekacecela kule mpela sonto ngazi ukuthi tabe sijoyinwa chairman but in Queen Elizabeth in the 14 Louis the 14 club lenjalo nje mangisi yeah kuse France Louis oh chairman ngasi laba base France bangasi bayithatha indondo no 78 points ngathi simele sibasibhalele baka Football Association but nje nakhona sithola iclub lensha le taw replace Nsingizini kutabe kuna Shooting Stars nawo lama clubs ngicabanga ukuthi system asatawu khona ukuthi akhone nawo kuncintisana la njoba sithi le nkomishi itawufaka onke lama clubs on 28 ineti ngabekelwana letahlukahlukene silungisela ukuthi itawuqala kusasa kuvula kusema club ancintisane ukuthi angena kanjani iyaqala nje mhla ka 31 August final yakhona sitayidlala mhla ka 30 October ngelisonto mhla ka 30 October kutabe nje kuyi knockout kulabo labadlala ko le taba single leg lithuba linye 90 minutes umkhumula Jesu ubuyele ekhaya nasho usuhlulekile kubukiwe ke nakukhulunywa libandla kusisi yenda njani benelisasasa kuthi kutawuthathwa ama club lamathathu la bonakala ukuthi ngala Premier League ngona nebalandzeli labanengi iManzini Wanderers imbabane Highlanders imbaba neSwalo sesibone sebathi bita ngasimunye la beve emaphepheni sebane ligama lelisha la macembu lawo vele sitawasida ahlale kuma semi-finals alenkomishi la macembu lamathathu lamanye ke amaqembu la sele la 25 wona atawuncindisana ukuthi angena njani kujoyina labathathu batawuncindisana kanjani ke la MoMo usakhele indlela yokuthi balandzeli belicembu ngalinye balivotele livotile tabangithiwe emalangeni ngicabanga ukuthi batawuta sithatha nje Jodi ngekutse emathute ukuthi uvotela njani team yakho ngalo MoMo wakho sengicela kubona cela uphamise isandla naso ubhalisile kuMoMo ngoba na ubhabise kuMoMo sitawukhona ukusebenza nawo noma kufanele sicele babuye babemtshale yasibhalise bana semngespeed ngoba nawakabhalisi kuMoMo kutaba nenkinga lokujoyina konke lokutawendeka kule tournament kuvota uthola imali yakho uthenga lithikithi uthola imhlomelo kusebenta ngaMoMo kusho kuthini ke lokho kusho ukuthi kule system na ungena utawukhomba jodi mathutane nje ukuthi lo 2 rand wakho umfaka kanjani livoti lingu 2 rand kusho ukuthi na ufuna kufaka amavoti lasihlanu ukhipha 10 rand i-team yakho ukhona kuyivotela lokuvota lokhu njengoba sitekutawuvula kusasa kutawuvala mhla ka-30 ngalesihlanu 30 September nga-12 ebusuku themba ngaleso sikhathi tabe sekuyabuka ukuthi bobaningela bavote amavoti lasetulu lama team langifoke la votele emavoti lamaningi kunalabanye batawudlala i-semi-final ye-playoff mhla ka-8 September ngalo mhla ka-8 September kuyawudlala i-semi-final ekuseni yokuqala ngabo 9 11 bese kudlala ntambama ama-finals esikujwayele ke lokho kuphume iwina le wina lephumako ngalo mhla ka-8 iyo bese ijoyina naba labathathu labayilinzele laba labathathu labalinzele sibabekile ngoba sithite bosondonzima bala Swatini bona ke batawuthi naqala kuvota kusasa nabo baqale bavote ngibekisile ngathi kune Wanderers kune Highlander kune Swallow balandzele ke be Wanderers ngiyabekisa bayavota ke bona bathi thine sifuna ukuthi sina sicala kule semi-final yethu sidlale nabani sifuna kudlala neHighlander sifuna kudlala neSwallow noma sifuna kudlala lotawina le kulama playoffs kanjalo neHighlander itawubuka ukuthi idlala neWanderers neSwallow noma iSwallow ibuke ukuthi ifuna kudlala neHighlander neWanderers yini sibekeke umgomo ukuthi ngoba nina sinisidile simele ukuthi kune limit lethi anivoti ngaphansi kwa 20,000 bahlala bangitshela nje uMangweni hey makhanya sinebalandzeli sinema registered supporters ethu 20,000 sengifuna kuwabona Mangweni cela ke ukuthi lamacambi lamathathu athi ukuthi lokusida kwabo nakutawendeka bangafiki le 20,000 bese yachamuka insingizini noma i-shooting stars siyibone seyishaya emavoti la ku 50,000 staff vele siyicuba sesinjoba abalandzeli bakho basedulu ungcono ukhiphe nayiSwallow Mangweni shothi siyacela ukuthi lama team lamakhulu lathi vele bosondonzima basikhombise ukuthi sikhona na kula sikhona khona nama team lamancane kungendeka niketule lapha eTulu phinde sabuka ke nelibandla ukuthi sekubonakele ukuthi kunesikhalo vele lamaqembu ethu lesithi ama discipline forces anelimasela sathi ke nawo njoba nani nelimasela maja nani sitanibekela umgomo lomunye nani lofana nalawo nsondonzima wa 20,000 kuthi nani kuze ningene ku playoff sikhombiseni ukuthi tihlwele likhona ngoba le tournament le yekukhulisa linani lebantu labakhona la kuMoMo umgomo wePremier League lapha babeshongo ukuthi sikhombise ukuthi thina sibebhola sinaye eMoMo sibhalisile ngacela nje kula nkosi ngidakucela ebaleni ukuthi bengithithi bangakulala bakuMoMo ngoba njengoba singena sinebebhola kuMoMo sifuna kwade ukuthi kusukela namhlanje utasibona lokutasita ke futhi ngale competition le njengoba uvota le cell number yakho seyiyasitshela ku system ukuthi makhanye uyiDenver ngisho ngule yakho ikusho makhanye uvotela iDenver wavele umqashile itabe siyasho ukuthi wo lo 745 amakhanya vele lisekela le Denver Sundowns sesiyakhona kwakha i-database lephilako sithi i-live database ngoba sesiyakhona kuya nasikhulumela iDenver chairman kusileka amanzini tinkampani letingayisekela naba bantu la abahamba neDenver siyakudinga lokuthi iclub ngayinye icale kuyakha le database sitawubuya nasicede kulungisa isponsor sitokhuluma neclub ngayinye ngalokho bese ke lama club lamanye lasele Ubekwa umgomo la ukuthi ama club kakhulu la ka Premier League cela ukuthi nishukumise ehlwele tenu nihlule nama club lamakhulu lathi makhulu niwakhombise ukuthi nani nikhona nani niyakwati ukuvota ukuthi nase sihlomelisa yonke i-team letawuthola ama votes la ngetulu kwa 2000 itawuthola umhlomelo nayo ka Premier League ka first division ke kube ukuthi lama clubs athole ama vote la ngetulu kwa 1000 sibheke ukuthi kungendeka ukuthi sithi aka first division kanti ihlwele dawo dinengi bese yasikhombisa lesingajabula ukubona ukuthi ka first division iwehlule lama team lamasela lasetulu lasaka Premier ibe nekungena kule playoff letako ukukhulunyiswe neke ngale competition ukuthi sidlalela malini bo champion balenzebe batawu ekhaya na 600,000 labatafika kuma finals babe ma runners up bathola 350 labatafika kuma semi-finals ema losers bona batawuthola 200,000 100,000 kukhona ke nalaba labatawuthola kufika kuma playoffs ama teams afika ku playoffs nawo atawuthola i-participation fee ya 15,000 top goal scorer lotawushaya amagoli uthola 10,000 i-player of the tournament 10,000 goalkeeper yena 5,000 bo player of the match balek ma playoffs bathola 1,000 ngamdlalo ngamunye ma playoffs lawo bese ke bo player of the match mhla ka 30 bathola 2,000 ngamunye ngicabanga ukuthi nyalo cela thine lesinabo MoMo sithathe incingo tethu sihambisane na Jodi njengoba sikhombisa ukuthi sivota kanjani nasivotela i-team yethu cela kuniketa abeJodi sitoqhubeka
Angibingelele, all protocol observed. Thank you, Baba Makhanya. Kamslaba khashane mhlambe they won't be able to see, but cabanga ukuthi ngidawudama kunithatha step by step in terms of the process yekuvota. Njengoba sashito bamakhaya ukuthi kusasa on the 31st siyaqala siyavota. Sokusho kona ukuthi sekuvele sekulungile. So uvota kaso sitawuqala ngalokuvotela for your team. Njengoba sashilo bamakhanya ukuthi kunalama team lang 25 which will have to vote for their teams kuze ukuthi bangenele the playoffs. And then sibe sesilandzela with the teams who are already seated kusibona bato votela kanjani ukuthi ngibanda bafuna kudlala naye. So if you can take up your phone and then you dial *7000#. Now ungena step sekuqala utawufika uthole lo 2. Number 1 uthi vote for your team. Number 2 uthi vote for your fixture. So nyalo the customer journey is the first one which is you are voting for your team. Uqhafata 1. Now uqhafata 1 utawungena ku teams division. Utawukhanza kuna Premier League and National First Division. Nabi team yakho i-Premier League utaqhafata 1 and then kutakufaka on the screen sesithathu. Lapho ke sovotela leliqembu lakho. Kutakuchazela lapho ukuthi nangabe ufuna ukuvotela for your team wenda njani. Dzingala ukuthi uqhafate le nombolo lelaceleni kwale team yakho. Ngiyabekisa njengalapha kuna Royal Leopards. Shothi ufanele uqhafate 1 and then tabe sekuyakuthatha kumixa lesinye screen. La ngabe kule screen sekuqala awuyiboni iqembu lakho. Utaqhafata next and then uta kule next screen until uzuthole leqembu lakho lofanele ukuthi ulivotele. Lana ku Premier League na ufuna National First Division ekhamba kanjalo. Wazowavotela leqembu lakho kutabe sesokuya lapha la sokufanele khona ukuthi ukhethe ukuthi how many votes do you want to vote for your team. Ushito bamakhanya ukuthi livote ilinye ling2 emalangeni. So utawukhona ukuthi nangabe ufuna kufaka linye livoti shothi utawufaka 2. Na ufuna kufaka 10 amavoti shothi ufake 20. Na ufuna kufaka 50 amavoti utafaka 100. But ke sikwenda kwaba melula ukuthi ungabe solubala la ngcondweni ukuthi ngakho amavoti avele ufake le mali yakho lo ufuna kufaka ngayo kutabe sekuyakubalela ke ukuthi amavoti akho kule screen esilandzela angaka bese ke sekuyakubuta ukuthi okay do you want to pay noma uvangaza uthi hayi incane le mali engifakile I want to change votes ukhona option ukuthi uchafatele 2 phinde ubuye utshintshe amavoti akho ungede but nangabe right ngalama voti wathi pay with MoMo immediately tabe sengeta ukuthi put in your pin number lokuthi uvalidate ukuthi vele ngiyaconfirma ukuthi ngimi ipin number yatiwa nguwe and then amvaka lokho socedzile kumelula kanjalo kuma step by step kuyakhona ukuthi kukuthatha lana is when you are voting for your team star 7000 hash bese uyalandzela lama steps kanjalo kanjalo ngidawucela ukuthi singene la kulama teams la ngala sidiwe ushito bamakhanya ama teams ukuthi ngilangala 3 eWanderers iSwallows kanye ne please can you move to the next slide kanye ne Highlanders kune team inye lengadiwa out of the 4 who will be playing le ku final kushiwo ukuthi kutaba nalama playoffs cala so the teams that have voted will vote ukuthi bayodlala kuma playoffs so kuma playoffs what you have done is fake nje i-placeholder ukuthi sifakile iSwallows tawudlala na Highlanders awanda lama combination onke sabe sesifaka versus playoff winner because at the moment you don't know who the playoff winner will be so nangabe ufuna ukudlala nawutaqhamu ngale kuluma playoffs all you do is you choose the combination yayo team vis-a-vis the playoff winner so when akhona it's the same steps you dial your star 7000 hash and then ngiyawusake number 1 which is to vote for your team choose your opponent ngilapho ke kusukela nakusasa the teams that have been seeded have to start choosing their teams as well and then tabe sekulandzela le combination yalama fixtures kuyabonakala Swallows versus Highlanders Highlanders versus Wanderers Swallows versus Wanderers Swallows versus playoff winner nangabe le combination yakho is not on the screen lo lendekiso chafata next hash takuniketa kulele sinye screen lokuthi uconnect for the next team that you want to vote for and then the process ke yekubhadala iyafanana njengale nabo votela your team to go into the playoffs uyafaka the number the amount li vote is 2 emalangeni it's gonna auto calculate for you lo ukuthi mangakhe ama vote akho the next screen sitakutshela lokuthi ufake 100 rand your votes 50 votes do you want to pay now vangazi uthi hayi I need to vote again or the mancane lama vote ikhona le option le screen chafata number 2 to change your votes uyachinja you go back and then ufaka le mali lofuna kuyifaka and then ufaka your pin number again it's very critical ukuthi you then authorize the payment and then uthola umlayeto lo shoko ukuthi your payment has been successful nakusasa phinze nawuvuka uthola lomunye bozukana uqalela phansi kanjalo kanjalo so this is going to open from tomorrow the 31st up until the 30th of September in terms of the voting and then start qhubeka kanjalo in terms of nasesiya to lama finals because lapho tabe sekuselela ama fixture we will open it up still so that teams can continue to further vote for the teams they want to play and also give an opportunity for the playoff winner kuthi naye akhona ukuthi ngibani ngifuna kudlala naye in the final as well ngicabanga lokuthi ihamba kanjalo in terms of how you'll be able to access the system and then also vote for your team and pinze vote for your fixtures. Ngiyabonga MC.
Siyabonga kakhulu kubaba Shiba. There's been a lot of detail. I think labanye bethu nje seba a bit probably confused ukuthi senda yini lo lokungako. Ngidawu simplify nje kancane. Okay, I think tinto letimcoka la letikhulunywe ngubaba Makhanya. First of all, ngicela kumlungisela ema playoffs ethu amhla ka 8 October because it's September by mistake. 8 October, that's when we are having ema playoffs ethu. Lapho khona ke kutawuphuma lona lo tabese ujoina bonsonto nzima. Lokumcoka ke kakhulu labanengi batawukhumbula ukuthi le eminyakeni yabo 2017 18 sike saba nemkhankaso ukuthi ema teams aka register ka MoMo. A number of teams have had registered at that time I do hope onke lama teams from Premier League to First Division do have MoMo accounts. It has become critical at this point. Guti yonke I team ibe ne account yaga MoMo. Le account ke lena sayikhombisa kona ke nyalo lokuthi we were onto something kusukela kadzeni. Sing MTN nasithi ema team akabhalisele MoMo. Asende njalo ke labo lebe basolo bahambela emuva ekuvuleni ema MoMo accounts ema team abo abasale bavele benda njalo ngoba seyivele isukile. MTN MoMo Cup is here. So ema playoffs 8 October lokumcoka ke lengisi angikuchaze nyalo ukuthi for the first time in the history of football in the country, the fans have the power to decide on the draw. It's only the fans that have the power to decide. Ukuthi kudlala bani udlala nabani futhi nini njani ngema fans. So this is historical. It has never happened in the country. So ema fans ebola they should wake up, stand up and be counted at this point through the MoMo Cup lesi launch up. So the power is basically in your fingers and in your MoMo. And the other important thing, Gutsi, ema finals ethu amhla 30 October, ngithi summarize ngoba beyinenga khule detail. 30 October iyesuka sidlala ema finals. And then ke utawuphuma champagne wekuqala. Very important nyalo nalo sekhaya avela saselicingo lakhe a press star 7000 hash star 7000 hash and speak and tell us ukuthi ufuna kudlale bani nabani nini futhi starting off with the top 3 teams last seeded wona ke avotela ifixture ukuthi ufuna kudlala nabani akamkhani ukubani umfuna kumthola ku final and then bese the rest of the teams ke bavotela kuthola le sport le star le kumhla ka 30 le ku final after ema playoffs mhla ka 8. So star 7000 hash is your magic number to tell us who is going to play who kuma playoffs ethu nema finals at the end of the tournament mhla ka 30. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with our program, ngitawucela labatawukhulumela ema teams batositshela ukuthi sebanaye MoMo ngoba kumcoka nyalo ukuthi Mobile Money uvele ube naye uyi-team yonke onke ke lama teams from Premier League down to First Division as all of them are participating in this tournament. So sicela lotawukhulumela ema teams lotawukhulumela ema teams ngomlungisi Nzinisa mlungisi Nzinisa ke ubuya kuManzini Wanderers bathi tenguye lotawukhulumela ema teams ngiyayikhumbula ke Wanderers yamvula MoMo kule that cards ma team lavula MoMo nje aseta mlungisi ngikhumbula Wanderers ngikhumbula Highlander ngikhumbula Moneni nalamanye lengidawabala emva kwaMlungisi. Over to you Mlungisi, siyabonga.
Sanibonani. Ndawucela kuvusela lophethe ka MTN, ngivusele longa president webhola kaNgwane, ngivusele longa chairman wePLE eSwatini, ngivusele executive yakhe, ngivusele nalonga ngaba bemakhaya. So on behalf of the teams, we really like to upload the return of football eSwatini. Siyathi ke ukuthi suka itimele betmadima kakhulu from bo unrest to bo COVID. So ke besolo kuhlelo nje kungentiwa lutho and ke siyathi ukuthi lama teams ahlele emandleni amadoda. Sina nje sikhulumele amaqembu nisibona nje sidalana siyahefutela kusilula. Bashile bo baby bamakhaya. Because everything we have sesikuthatha sikufakela bholeni. Bashile naboma ke bafati bethu konke lesinako sikuthathe sakufakela bholeni. So we thank you so much ke MTN lokuthi nikhumbule and remember ukuthi nanathi sikhona lesikudingayo ukuze ukuthi lama teams akhona ekuphindze operate. Sibonga kakhulu nje kusithekha nebhola. Sibonga kakhulu umshado wethu bawuchazile labanye ukuthi it has been over 20 years soloni sibambisile siyibhola eSwatini. Siyabonga kakhulu and nathi ke siyathembisa isi teams ukuthi we'll give you a product lento ba proud ngayo. Bese kuthi kumbe egcineni by virtue of being a PRO maybe of one of the biggest team in the country, kumbe sengabe sengiyathinza because nakhulumela anyway, you're the biggest person alive and you have to be the strongest person alive. Ukhumbula labatanga uthula nqesile, labatanga uthula nje kwase kuvele kunesiteleka the following day ukuthi asimfuni. Oh, but bawusebabutho ukuthi hani mfuni ukuthi ngibalele ningafuni basa smart kodwa simfuni. So ke ube strong kakhulu. So ke kune issue nje maybe le very hot kulamalanga, there's that issue of Simunye. May I put it clear, gentlemen and ladies, ukuthi that's not maybe something yekubala mbuso or emavukela mbuso, but the 4 big teams have come up together so that they can be able to entice sponsorships. Which are trying to organize ourselves as much as ukuthi kumbe siyafuna ukuthi the ground should be level with the other teams, but maybe was wathi ufuna kube level kakhulu bese kuba ngathi uliphekula sikhona. So we have decided to form this munye ke ukuze ukuthi sizokhona ku attract sponsorships nathi basifele kulesi kushoko. Ngaba ngiloko. Thank you so much.
Okay, Mlungisi uthi iWanderers ngiyona team lenkulu kule live. Lene ma fans lamanengi. IMoMo Cup ke it has provela lokho. Kuthi le claim lesolo iclaimwa all these years iliqiniso yini. Sizawa publish ke lama vote. Ata upublishwa lama vote kuthi nembala iManzini Wanderers ngiyo yini team lenkulu. Nangabe insingizini ngiyona team lenkulu kule live kutawuvela this time around. So MoMo Cup is here to debunk all the speculations. La solo akhona kule live for the past 22 years. Ne Wanderers ya claima ngiyo team lenkulu, nembabane Swallows ngiyo team lenkulu, nembabane Highlanders ngiyo team lenkulu. Sitsiteke njengoba solo bana nama claims for the past 22 years. Sitabasida. Sibanike, sibavumele ukuthi nembala abakhulu bobathathu. Njengoba bathi bakhulu bobathathu nje asathi ukuthi ngibani lomkhulu kunalomunye. Sitababeka bobathathu batabe sebayasikhombisa ke kusukela nga2022 no claims. Lomkhulu kutawatiwa nje kuthi ngilo alandzelwe ngulo number 2 alandzelwe ngulo number 3. So kikiwo ke lama teams ethu lawa. La solo acclaim kuba makhulu ukuthi akasitshele sesifuna kwathi number 1 na number 2 na number 3. Sizabe sesiyadi ke ukuthi kuhamba njani. Sifuna ke number 4. Sesiyamfuna lokumathi lo number 4. Lokuthi ngubani kulala manye onke. Ngoba nabomonene Pirates nabo bayasho ukuthi team lenkulu yasemoneni lenzala, nabo Denver Sundowns nabo basho njalo. Nalabanye basho njalo. Asikhombise ke namhla ukuthi ngubani mbambamba lo landzela laba labangi3. Nangabe kulaba labangi3 ke khona lebeka claim amahala utawukhwesha njengoba achazile babe makhanya utawukhwesha nje akhweshe elokuzaneni yabo top 3. Singaphindzi siyiteke indzaba yakhe ya top 3 angadlali kule final ye MoMo Cup. So Isukile, ladies and gentlemen, isuke mbamba phela. This is a time for all of us, or the teams and the fans, to prove their worth, to prove their size. Siyekele lokuclaima lebe solo sikusho. Anyways, njengoba ngishito sibavumele labo labathi bakhulu ukuthi ababe bakhulu. Sicela ke lotawukhulumela ema fans atositshela ukuthi ema fans afuna kusiprovela kanjani ukuthi this time around ngiwo lathatha center stage yekuthi ibheke phile nkomishi idlala njani, idlalwa ngibani nini futhi. Sicela babe knowledge ngwenya etengembili atokhulumela ema fans lokungibo bantu labamcoke kakhulu in this MoMo Cup njengoba seyisukile.
Isukile iMoMo Cup. Manje mavuvuzela wekho mani namuhla. kanti phela MTN bekumele abone ukuthi ama supporters ajabulile impela. Siyabonga Premier League, siyabonga Chairman nasi own executive yakho. Siyabonga kakhulu for this opportunity. We cannot explain the joy that we have to see another new cup being launched. Ngendlela lesifise ngayo kubona lama cups abamanengana ye Premier League office maye besingajabula nawanganza vele, because we know how struggling our teams are. Lokuthi sidaba nenkomishi yinye umnyaka wonke ileague. We do trust you MTN ukuthi njengoba sowungeta lenye after so long, so tawusizama ngalenye ilanga lesikubona kubomakhelwane usifakele ne-MTN 8. Sisale siba ne-MTN 8. Siyayidinga le MTN 8 because lokufika lapha ku number 8 kunalo lelicabhonyana tsite, ngoba from number 9 vele kusuke sowulwela lenkemba, kusuke sekukubi lapho. But we trust uma ngabe sekunale MTN 8 kutawusisita nalokuthi kutawuvula lamathuba ekuthi sihlale sibhizi. Siyathanda kuba busy MTN, sicela kusho lokho. Sicela nisentele lenkomishi niyengede kunayile nifaka konamhla, which is so historic. We really appreciate so much to have this opportunity kuthi kube nenkomishi lensha. And we do promise you, MC of the day and the executive yonke ya MTN, kuthi as supporters of this beautiful game sinayo MoMo mobile money. Na ungahlola kahle ma records akho nje kulababoleka kakhulu kule mali yakho ya MoMo, utawakhanza lama supporters vele akhona. Ene lokuhle ngako ngithi angisho awahambeli nasoyifuna back, bayabhadala nje MTN. Sisi nje siyacela kusho ukuthi sidalisebenzisa leli thuba silisebenzise kahle. We do want to prove ukuthi uma sithi as supporters kune big 3 eSwatini sisho ukuthini. Ngiyanithemba big 3 ngeke nisuke endzaweni yenu. Cabanga nje sowususiwe number 5 endzaweni yakho. Supporters seyisele ngathi ke ngizile lesihlale sibreak akithi ukuthi sima big 3 teams. Seyisele ngathi ke nyalo ukuthi asiprove nanang MTN lo safuna kusivetele ebaleni asivetele umhlaba wonke. Sitawuhlala vele kulo number 3, a smart number 4 utawujoyina. Kodwa the big 4 kumele iphume ibonakale ukuthi nembala is a big 4. Siyayijabulela futhi nale format yakho MTN yokuthi usithathele le big 3 uyibeke lapha kuma finals. Hey, cabanga nje kuphuma kweteam lenkulu ekuqaleni. Bekutaba inkinga phela le. Ngeke ngisho ligama laleyo team, but buka nje sibekutabe kwendekeni. Bekutabe kungumhlolo nje eveni. Siyabonga kakhulu MTN kusivunulisa ngosiyami kuthi lokungenani ema final impela agcwale. Siyethemba ukuthi njengoba ake washo FA ukuthi ne stadium sethu lesisha saka Somhlolo sitawucala kusebenta nalokho bekukhulunyelwa CAF, but we believe even for our domestic games utawucala ukuthi usebende. Bekungaba kuhle silama final lawa mhla ka 30 October abe lapha ka Somhlolo. We miss Somhlolo National Stadium, we don't want to lie. Sinemakona ethu lapha ka Somhlolo lengeke ngiwasho MTN yalo. Sinemakona ethu lapha ka Somhlolo la sifike sihlale khona siyanje ethi kuphi kuhlala bobani nasekunjani. Ngendlela yethu ke sima supporters siyafisa kumgcwalisa futhi Somhlolo. Simpende abe muhle ngetembatho tethu letehlukene talama team lang 24. Let us not forget ukuthi even the National First Division has a huge following. Nayo we believe italifaka ligalelo lelibonakala kulokuvota lokutako. Sekungaba kucela nje ama supporters ayacela baphathi bemacembu ethu. Sekuphele ama seasons lamanye azalandzelana. Athe ama supporters kulama team lehlukene. Ngede ngasho ukuthi from the big 3 ngoba ngikhulumela all the teams. Athi ayacela ngosiyamacela kuswenga acela tembatho letinsha. semathe malanga sole merchandising aphumi. Asayacela ukuthi acela fane abone kugcwele phela ukuthi kubonakale ukuthi bathenga njani ngoba bafuna kupenda bapende leti stadium tibonakale. Siyacela nje kubonga MTN once again for this opportunity. We hope usiseta utadisha kahle ukuthi engabe lama awards latabe akhona ngabe thina simafenzi singakuphi. Mhlambe kungaphuma nje supporter number 1 award asadi siseta ubuka sivile ngabo top goal scorer nabo bani we really appreciate and kwendela abadlali bethu, but we hope even the supporters khona lokuhlelo okudako. Ngiyamthemba ke MC nakedala utayiguhyuta lenkulumo yami leyo. Ngiyabonga kakhulu, siyabonga bekune.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Ngetenga kudluta ke tinkulumo lengingatati. Ngicela lokucondzisa ladies and gentlemen. Ngiyathi lokuthi vele style lokuthi MTN. This is MTN FinTech. Lelikhikile leliphuma ka MTN FinTech. Alikaphumi ku MTN. MTN babe lomdzala. Watala umntwana ke lokuthiwa nge-MTN FinTech. So ukhulile ke MTN FinTech. So uphume nelibala. So wanzise teacher. Uthite naye ke njengoba anzisa teacher kusukela kulomnyaka ophelile mos nangikhumbula kahle. Yes, tanze kusukela kulomnyaka ophelile le teacher. So ke njengoba sekanzite anzise teacher MTN FinTech naye ke so seliyakhula lelibala lakhe. Nami nje ngete ngathanza ukuthi le gami la sengakhe khona kuphokubitwa ngababe. Nami sengingibabe phela gami. Astayeleni ke bekunene lokuthi lena i-MTN MoMo Cup yaka FinTech na babe FinTech naye atokhula.
Living here, once again, there's certain words, I don't know if it's maybe mang sugendlini. I look for signs to guide me gulo ndakuluma on the day, but certainly I'm not a muti man, don't get me wrong. I'm a Christian man. But kunengoma, I'm not really one who bamba ma artist, latsite, but I think the guy's name is Wiz Khalifa. And kunengoma nje lakai shaga mnanzi. I think if somebody can correct me, Black and Yellow. And mangilalela nje on the way here ngiva sengifuna kujiva. Utsi senge kaya ka Black and Yellow. And lengoma it says it is what it is. And ngicabanga iMoMo Cup ayikuthi ngiyayetsa, but it is what it is. So nalengoma, when you listen to it, think of MoMo Cup. Mawujayiva la ukhona khona, it is what it is. The MoMo Cup is a brand new cup in Eswatini football landscape. For us, it's a new baby, as Yayiva. Ngayo. And we are proud to launch it as a Premier League and my wonderful executive. I haven't forgotten you. I'm still thanking you and I'll continuously thank you. And while I'm on my executive, you know, as a new executive, you know, in the past, Premier League, we had power and sponsorships were a given. And for me and this group of gentlemen, we've had to think out the box because we don't have that power. So we've had to sell Ipola. We've had to sell our product. We've had to sell our people, masapota, mafan. And ngiyajabula nje masiloncha ma tournament la masha ngoba sekukhombisa ukuthi tsine sibaphathi ku Premier League sesiyayishintsha. we are changing the mentality. Gutsi football is becoming a partner. It's becoming a business. It's showing its true value. MTN solely has donated for years and years. You has donated, and now tuba manje gutsi tsinela epolens kombisa MTN gutsi awu emandla sinawo imali siyakhona kuyibuyisela. We are cognizant of the economic situation as a football fraternity. Our heart goes out to the masses. We bleed the pain that we all bleed. We all need to get imadlane makikin. But certainly this initiative is an opportunity. Gutsi nine ma fans ma support. Nibuyisele kubaphathi bala ma club that have kept these clubs going through thick and thin, through hail, through sun, through storms, through everything. I won't even say COVID, ngoba vele nayo iyahlukanisa kakhulu. But we are standing here today. We are strong, and we are blessed that we are unified as a sports entity, as the largest sports lakai. And certainly with the support, lesibonago, and obviously the strength of Labantu Labakon, Epolen, we will overcome noma in. I'm confident. Ngicabanga ukuthi uyibekabekile le MTN 8 ngendeka itawusonzela neke sathi kepha, but ngiyabonga ukuthi uyibekile. I get igim kwanyala. The PLE fraternity is eagerly awaiting the kickoff on a positive side. I wish to thank once again the PLE governors who are busy ensuring clubs are licensed. One of the constraints that as Premier League we are working around to try and mitigate for US clubs, that as we go along, as we move on, as we get stronger, it mustn't be your money that finances the ability for you to participate in a sport that you entered because you loved, and it wasn't a business decision at that particular time. Although the evolution now, sekwenda kutsi kushintshe, emagiya ayashintsha baphatsi bema club, and we need to understand kutsi uma tsine sifuna kubita top 14 ku Africa, top 10 ku Africa, vele lesiphaca silakitsi kutsi kube ngitsi lesishintsha lo mshini. Ngitsi lesikhulisa iPremier League. Premier League mayikhula konke lokuhle kuyalandzela. Siyakhona naletibonsa kubakhombisa ukuthi awu sonzelani ku Premier League. Now it's over to the club supporters. Sell tube, my friends. Please let us see the love and support you have for your clubs. Nalokuncane nje lokukhonako zama kukhlepuna. Lo siyathi nje ukuthi impilo ayifani. But ilithuba manje kukhombisa nani ukuthi ayi lo maroon, lo red, lo black nengikhuluma ngemakhala lamahle kakhulu. Nikhona. And niyakhona kusupport. Lithuba manje kubaphathi bema club bahlale phansi abukele ukuthi ama fans enda njani wona. Angifisi nje ukuthi iclub ingene ngoba seyisebenzisa umphathi kuyifaka. Siyanicela nje masupporta ukuthi niphume nigijime nisheshise nikhombise nje ukuthi awu sikhona nathi. Si 12th man mbamba selithuba. Kulikhona ikhuluma mase bakhulumile labamcoka. Ngoba emagama lamahla saphelile onke. Kuchaza into lenhle. But for me, in closing, I'm proud to stand here as the chairman of the Premier League. I'm proud to stand here as a club owner. And I'm proud to stand here as a partner to MTN. And certainly, the future is bright for football. As I say, lestimela las bitengaso, CEO wami, MTN, stimela lesihle ngoba mawusithi siyakhona ukubrika ngaleso sikhathi. Enisigibetise sihambe luhlelo loludze. And we have a wonderful journey, we have a long journey, MTN. And with those words, certainly good people of the land, let's support this wonderful brand, let's support this initiative, and certainly let's empower the clubs. Siyabonga.
Siyabonga Babeka Michael. I think it's key. Ngifuna lokucondzisa naligama lesilisebenzisako lema fans nema supporters. Ngathi silisebenzisa interchangeably nami ngeke ngakwenda. So singavali nje ngicela lokucondzisa lokuthi akafanani namagama lamabili. Fans, supporters. MoMo Cup ifuna kuveta ema supporters. Iphinze ishintshe ema fans abe ngema supporters. So it's up to us now as balandzeli bebhola. Okay, it's up to us nyalo njengabalandzeli bebhola ukuthi sikhombise ukuthi singema supporters in supporting our teams to get into the MoMo Cup and supporting our teams to maintain their status. I think that's very important for me because the teams need to maintain their status labanaso in Eswatini football. So fans should change and become supporters. Supporters should show their support for the teams. IMoMo Cup isukile logo kutsi kwendeke njengoba siphakamisa namuhla. Ladies and gentlemen, besigadze FA president ukuthi abe khona kepha umlomdzala kakhona kuphumelela kepha kunemagama la wathumele thi bawethule on his behalf. Babeka Michael ngathi waphethe ke lamagama. Sicela kumnika again this opportunity to represent or give us emagama emlomdzala FA president kuthi kabe umphathisene.
Hello? Okay. Siyabonga MC. There's famous last words. They say, don't shoot the messenger. Ngithunyiwe ngumsebenzi wami khuluma lengidakukhuluma. Ngiyaxolisa nje at short notice, but I do, by virtue of being chairman of the Premier League, become a vice president of IFA. And it's a task lamhlala bangnike wona. So today I'm the president. Shantan. Director of the program, Honorable Minister of Sports, Ndaifunza nje injalo, forgive me, Culture and Youth Affairs, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Sports, Culture and Youth Affairs, Director of Sports and other senior government officials, MTN CEO, your board, management and staff, FA Executive Committee, members present, Chairman of the Premier League, your Executive Committee and Board of Governors, football clubs present and the entire football family. All media stables in attendance, all protocol observed, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with the substantial compliment and opportunity on behalf of the President of the Executive Committee of the Eswatini Football Association and the football family to address this observance to launch the MTN MoMo Cup launch that will nourish both the Premier League and National First Division Leagues clubs. May I commence my statement by expressing our genuine gratitude to MTN, who through COVID-19 environment in the past 2 years have continued the partnership and investment into the game of football. The football family remains humbled to the partnership with MTN and more prominently her religious investment in football. In particular, the Premier and the National First Division Leagues. We are extremely delighted at the novel tournament that is being launched, especially as it's not only helped to sustain the existence and performance of our clubs, but also aids the digitalization of the game. The world has universalizing tendencies, and in this vein, we cannot be left behind the rest of the world as it exploits intervening technological advancements for its sustainability. We therefore implore the football clubs and the football fans alike to join this bandwagon. To the Premier League chairman, my colleague in the leadership of football, I would like to congratulate you, your executive committee, and the board of governors for the extended partnership with MTN